Look, I get it.
You open anti-gravity and immediately you feel overwhelmed. Most people see what looks like VS Code, they panic, and they either give up or never get to see its full potential. Here's what nobody tells you. Anti-gravity isn't a code editor, it's a mission control. It turns you from a coder into a manager orchestrating an entire AI team. I run an AI consultancy and I've helped over 400 members master this exact system. By the end of this video, you're going to see how I manage multiple AI agents simultaneously to build a production-ready app without writing a single line of code. And guess what's the secret? A simple workflow that 99% of users never discover. Enough of the talking. Let's dive in. So here we are on the anti-gravity platform. Don't be scared and don't be intimidated by all of this. It's extremely easy, and this is your mission control platform. This is basically the chat input, which is where you would be communicating with your agent. Here you can select any model you want, and here you can select whether you want it in planning mode or fast mode. I'll explain that in a bit. But the most important part is, first of all, the workspace. Think of the workspace as the different projects that you're working on. You can see here I have a YouTube Outlier tool project and an AI thumbnail generator project that I'm working on. So let's say for this video, we'll open a new workspace. Let's call it CRM tool and let's open it. So now we have a new workspace, and inside this workspace, you can start multiple agents and let them work simultaneously to complete a task for you. You can set one agent to do marketing stuff for you, one agent to build a front end for you, and another agent to build a back end for you. And for each agent, you can select the model that that agent is powered by. And obviously, if you're running multiple agents at once, you're going to require permissions from you, whether to create a file, edit a file, or run a bash command. This is what the inbox is for. You would basically see here at the top the agents that require attention from you. So it's basically going to flag with one message if there's one agent that requires attention from you, or two if there's two agents that require attention from you. Just think of the inbox like your email inbox basically, but for your AI agents that you're managing. So now that you have a quick understanding of how this application works, let's go ahead and put these agents to use. So we're going to come to our CRM tool workspace here. We're going to come to start conversation, and one thing is that if you open editor here, you would see the VS Code interface where a lot of people get intimidated by, but we're not using that. So in order for you to go back, all you have to do is just click on agent manager, and we're here in the agent manager mode, and we want to set it to planning mode for now, and select Opus 4.5 thinking so that we get the best of the best when it comes to planning. And I'll show you a bit later the best model when it comes to building the front end. So now what we are going to do is that I'm just going to say I want to build a CRM tool. Simple. What it's going to do, you can see here, is just spawned one agent, and if you click here, we can see that one of the agents is running, and now it's basically creating the plan. Because always and always and always when you're building an app, or whether it's a workflow or anything, make sure you plan first, then you implement it, because it's going to save you a lot of time. So you can see here it's asking to help you build the best CRM tool. What's the primary purpose? The primary purpose is just for managing sales leads, and what features are most important for you. I would say contact management, deal opportunity tracking, and I would also say reporting and analytics. That would be fine. And who will be using this tool? A small team. And do you have preference for tech stack? That make it a full stack framework, like Next.js basically. Yeah, that would be fine. And any design preference, just minimalistic, modern and minimalistic, and users can also switch between dark mode and light mode. So you can see here it's asking questions basically to understand what you would like to get built, and this is the whole point of the planning mode. And later on, once it creates the plan, it's going to create something insane, which is also known as an artifact. I'm going to show you
how extremely valuable that is. In case you've tried to use planning mode in maybe Claude Code or any of these coding applications, I'm going to show you how this is quite unique, and I've never seen it implemented like that. I mean, there are a lot of features that I'll be showing you with anti-gravity that are quite unique, and they're all really good, to be honest. And it just created the implementation plan, and always make sure to open, because this is what I was telling you about. You can see the whole implementation plan, and if you're a bit technical, let's say you don't like neutral gray color here, the color here, you can highlight this in a sec and comment and just say I don't like this color, use blue, and add this comment. And when it's going to implement it, basically it's going to take this comment into consideration and apply it basically. And you can see here, you can review again, or you can even put a comment here, but once it's reviewing, it's going to review with this comment. So just click on submit here. So now you can see it just updated it, but we are going to implement this a bit different, just so that I can show you the capabilities of running multiple agents at once. So once I click on cancel here, we're going to come back here. We're going to spawn 2 more agents. We're going to use Opus for thinking. Based on the implementation plan, could you please build the backend for me? Good. Now we're going to spawn in another agent. And for front end, I would always recommend using the Gemini models because they're extremely good. So we're going to use the Gemini 3 High, and we're going to move it to fast and say, based on the implementation plan, could you please build me the front end, please? And you can see we have an agent working on the back end and other agents working on the front end. So now you can see it found the plan, and now it's going to start building the back end for us. And if you were to go here, it's going through the documentation and basically build the backend for us. If you were to go into inbox, we would see they both need our attention. So we're going to click on run, and voila, I told you, this moves you from being a coder into being a manager, or should I say an orchestrator that just manages AI teams. And if I want, I can come to my YouTube Outlier tool here and I can work on it too as well, or go to my AI thumbnail generator tool here and also work on it. So you can see the versatility that this gives you. And now, while both are running, click on proceed, run. Let's go back to Open Editor here. Let me show you something real quick. Sorry, if you click on the 3 dots here and you click on customizations, you find rules and you find workflows. Workflows are extremely important. I'll show you a quick use case of a workflow. So let me create a global workflow. Let me call it debug. And I'll just add the context here. Or should I say the content here? So let's say if you're a developer and you already have your own workflow or process of debugging that works for you all the time, you can document that and you can always invoke it when you have a problem with your anti-gravity application, and it's going to use the information, which is the content here, and it's going to debug your application for you. And you can see here we just created one. Perfect. And if we were to go to rules, however, if you use Claude Code, it's kind of similar to your Claude.md. Let's say you have preferred tech stack that you'd like to use. Maybe you'd like to always build full stack applications using Next.js, or you'd like to split it up and use React for the front end and let's say Fast API for the back end. So you can document that, and also maybe you have a certain file structure that you like to develop in, so you can create a global rule and just basically write it down here. But we don't need that. So as you said that, we can go back to our agents manager and see how our applications, or share our agents, are doing. So click on run here. Let's check the backend system, and yeah, our backend is good to go. So the front end just finished, which you can see here. I've successfully built the front end. Then I told it to basically run it and test out the front end. So now
This is a feature of Gemini. I'm not touching. Look at my hands. They're all here. And it's basically clicking the application and testing it out to see if there are errors. And you can see here, we just came across the first error. It's analyzing it. Now it's going to go back, I believe, and fix it up. This is why I'm telling you, anti-gravity is really, really good. You can see it's testing it out. This is testing even way better than us. You can see here, it's analyzing the issues. And while this is running, since the front end and the back end has been made, we're going to spawn 2 more agents. And we're going to make this using Fast and Gemini P-Flash. Make a documentation for the users of this software. Okay, now we're going to spawn in another agent. And we're going to see Milk the marketing asset slash. It's testing it out again. I believe it just fixed it. This is actually insane. Like, I'm not the one touching. And I believe it's going to type in a name. Let's see. Oh, it's insane. That was going to type in the email. And the UI actually, this is like my first time seeing the UI. It actually looks good. It doesn't look like the AI slop that we always see. Okay. Look at the dual pipeline. This is like my first time seeing it. Okay. Like, you can see my hands here. You can check the value. I need to go ahead and spawn my marketing asset agent. I believe the documentation one has already started. You see how this shifts the paradigm from a coder into like an orchestrator, basically, because they do everything. They test, they implement, they can create anything. And I believe now it's done, because if the blue stuff goes away, it's done. So now let us spawn in our, and we can see we have two chats that need our attention. So now we're going to quickly spawn in our marketing agent for the distribution of the software. We're going to send it away. I'm going to come here. You can see the front end, and you can see it says I have tested and everything works. Wow. And we can even go in and test it ourselves. But before we do that, then we'll check the user documentation. And it just created it. And if I was to open it, let's say I don't like some aspects of it. Wow, this is actually good. Like, let's say if I don't like some aspects of it, and just come here, a comment, and say milk in this part or detail, and just click on add comment, and you can see automatically pops up here. I just submit, and it's going to fix it. And if you were to go into our inbox, you can see the marketing assets. We can just click on run. It does that, and now we can go ahead and test it ourselves. And wow, this is actually good. And you can see it switches from light mode to dark mode. You can see the recent sales. You can see the contacts that it created. We can also create one ourselves, and it's so smooth, like the animations. And if you go to dashboard, you can see everything. And the deals, you can add a deal. Let's say high note program. Let's say it's $5,000 and create it. Okay, we have the first error. And screenshot this. Let's go back to the front end agent. We try this one, yeah. Just click on add an image,
Now you basically added the image and just see
/debug. See the error I received.
now we can go back from the other agents. This one requires a lot of information. We can go back to this one and you can check the user guide, and it made it way more detailed. It's actually so we can see all of the different conversations that we have under that particular workspace. And I told you we can work on other workspaces at the same time. We are working on this CRM toolbar. Even creating an image. Okay. We'll see how that looks like at the end. Until the fixes, it went through the debug. Now it's spawning the agent to basically see, okay, there's an issue. Yeah, the marketing. Oh, okay. Let's see if it's going to fix it. See, it just fixed it. Going to add a deal. Yeah, it should work now. Wow. Let's see, can we move it? Oh yeah, this is so smooth. While that is building the API response, let's click on accept for this. See the marketing strategy. Oh wow. Even the Twitter post launch, the LinkedIn post, the distribution channels, whether we should post it on Product Hunt, Indie Hackers, LinkedIn, and subreddits too as well. And it also gave us a subreddit. We should post it. Now let's finish up with the marketing one. Click on accept. I wonder what it's actually doing. What it's trying to do. Okay. Wow. I wasn't expecting this. Even created an image. So it created like a landing page for the application. Now it needs my input. Click this to return to the agent. Click on call file. I'll go back. I told you. Feels good. Agent is done. Let's go back to anti-gravity. And it fixed the issue that it caused basically. Because before, if you went to localhost 3000, which should take you to the dashboard of the CRM tool, I ran into issues, but now it worked. And there you have it. You went from an intimidated beginner to an AI team manager. Remember the thought that you needed to be technical in order to use an AI coding tool? Turns out you just needed the right system to get started. Now, if you want access to 50 plus templates, weekly calls with me, and a community of over 400 like-minded builders doing exactly this, you can click the link in the description below and you can join my community. And if you're a business and you're lost in this AI world and you need an AI strategy set in place, you've come to the right place. Click the link in the description below and book a call with my team and we'll get you started with that. Also, make sure to give this video a like and comment what you'll be building first using anti-gravity. And finally, subscribe for more valuable content just like this every single week. Anyways, that's all for me today. I'm Ahmed and I will see you in the next one.